Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Missoula.
Hi, I'm Scott Ramp,
I'm Noelle McFoy.
and you know that what that means. It's Wake Up Missoula time.
Do, do, do,
We
do.
make up our own song.
Yeah.
Wake up Missoula time.
Wake up, we get our guns out.
Guns out.
Do, do. Sun's out,
Good.
guns out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, have you ever seen that?
Oh.
It's so silly. I've just been doing this. Those are my guns. Well, I hope everyone had a great weekend. It is now officially Monday morning.
You know,
So, yeah.
Did you? I saw 22 Jump Street last
Oh,
night.
yeah, how was that?
It was funnier than the first one.
Was it?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. It had a lot of the same characters from the first movie.
That's good. I hate when they do sequels and use different characters.
And then they make fun of that fact of they use different people as
Really?
the same
Yeah,
part. But
yeah.
at the end of the movie, it's just like hilarious. Like they just kind of tease sequel upon sequel upon sequel
they?
upon sequel, and just like and like at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, you're not going to college, you're going to medical school. Oh, you're not going to medical school, you're going to the fatherhood.
Yeah.
So it's really funny.
Have you ever seen the show that it's based off of?
No.
So 21 Jump Street was a show in the 80s on like, I don't know, like NBC, ABC, but it's like where Johnny Depp got his first start.
Oh yeah.
So Johnny Depp is like this young cop and he's so foxy. And it's just like totally in the 80s. It's awesome. Yeah, I used to watch that during the day when I skipped high school. It was great. It was really great. Yeah.
You're that old? Anyways, I want to talk about our summer camps. Today is the first day of our summer camps. I'm going to show a video from 2 years back, and it is a hyper-violent murder house, firehouse murderer movie that I believe is great entertainment altogether. But I'll show that in a little bit. But right now I want to talk about there's still openings in our very own summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
Our first two summer camps are completely full, but we have summer camps for June 25th through the 27th.
Yeah.
We also have camp from July 21st through the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have our final camp, which is our advanced movie making camp, which is for kids who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
A little older kids.
Yeah.
But you know, if you have a kid out there who's just like obsessed with making movies, who knows how to make movies and just like how to organize and all that stuff, it's always great to have a kid who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, very true. What's the age range?
The age range is for all these camps are 9 to 13.
9 to 13.
But
And then
we make exceptions for really smart 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
And not to be confused with smart Alex. But,
Smart.
I guess enthusiastic 14-year-olds too.
Okay.
Because sometimes when they get to that certain age, they get teenage-itis, as I like to
Oh
call
yeah,
it.
where
Just
they start wearing black and they text everyone and they hate their parents. Like, I hate my life. It's so hard. I have no job. My parents hate me. Pretend I'm in all black. Yeah.
What?
I hear that's what happens.
It's like,
I don't
I'll do my homework later.
Yeah, I don't have homework.
All right, so you have a couple other summer camp announcements.
Yeah.
To talk
So,
about.
and
Is it on a certain webpage they want me to show?
Well, I've got a bunch of websites. Yeah, so that'll be fun. So summer camps have started. It's the summer. So there are a ton of summer camps. Most of these that I'm about to talk about, you had to register early, but there's some of them where you can just drop in or they're future and you can still register. Yeah. So the first camp that I'm going to talk about is youth camp at the rec center, which is do that first one. Yeah. Youth camp at the University Rec Center. Here's the website for it. This is where you can click on camp details. Yeah, and it's got youth camp. It's got all of the schedule and details and stuff going on like that. But it's a 10-week long session, June 16th to August 22nd, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. The age range is from kindergarten to 6th grade. And you'll have swim instruction, fitness activity, outdoor adventures, and each week has a different theme. And so the activities and the outdoor adventures will go
on the university campus.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I went to a camp at the university campus when I was just a little Scotty. It was called NYSP.
Oh, nice.
And it stood for stuff.
Stuff.
But it's now thus been disbanded here in Missoula. I don't know if it exists anymore, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist here in Missoula.
I bet it just like combined into youth camp. You know,
this youth camp is
so
fun because I hiked the M the other week, and I saw a bunch of groups of kids.
Oh, cute.
And they were hiking the M.
Yeah.
It looked like some of them were having fun, some were racing up the M. I think it's just a great way for
some
kids
are like
to
in the back crying.
Get up, but for between me and some of the parents, just get the kids out of the house.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. I mean, swim instruction, fitness activity, outdoors adventures. It's $145 per week, and like per week for one child, and then another $135 for extra child. Yeah. So that's awesome. And then as I showed you guys, that's the website, and you can go to umt.edu/youth camps to check out more information on that. There is a rod and reel fishing camp. This will be Silver's Lagoon outside of Currents Aquatic on McCormick Park. You'll get lessons on fishing, baiting, and knots, and followed by fishing in the pond. Gear and bait will be provided. Call 721-7275 for more information. I couldn't find any times or how much it was. So yeah, give them a call.
It's put on through the Currents
Park
Center.
Yeah. So
I would
it's
through the Parks and Recreation. That's where their
Yeah.
offices are. You have all sorts of great events. If you're ever interested in finding out what kind of fun events happened, just last weekend, we had a phone call with All Talented Baseball League.
Oh, cool.
That's a once a month thing where they just basically just says, come on and play baseball. It doesn't matter how good you're at it, just come hang out and play baseball. And
That's
they do
cool.
that once a month on Saturday.
Cool.
Just harping on that again, but
Yeah.
Parks and Rec, definitely their summers, they're great time just
Yeah.
to get out. And
They have a lot of good camps, good stuff to do. Yeah. I mean, a couple of these are through the Parks and Recs. Like Parks and Recs and Currents is also having an adventure naturalist camp where you'll plant, you'll plant stuff. You'll do plant, bug, and animal identification. Not plant. You might plant some stuff. And then it's June 16th through the 20th, ages 7 through 12. You want to bring a notebook so you can jot down your findings. And you can also call 721-7275 for more information. They're having a Kia art camp where art projects range from clay moldings to paintings. There will also be field trips to art studios and galleries at Bonner Park. The field trips to galleries, you'll meet at Bonner Park and call 721-7275 for more information. There's also a Kia Fun Fit camp where kids will learn how to live and maintain a healthy lifestyle through fun activities. There'll also be field trips to the Peace Farm and UM Sports Complex. The age range is 6 to 9. This will be July 21st to the 25th from 8 to 5:30. So you can still register for this one.
You don't have to go because that's when our summer camp is.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, that's Oh yeah, so that's the younger kids. They can go to that.
Yeah,
yeah. Once they age out, they can come with.
Yeah, come to our camp. Kids 10 and older come to our camp. 9 and older. So it's $130 and then $104 with a city card. Yeah.
Oh, that's more expensive than our camp.
Yeah. So then Mismo Summer Camp too, which
Yep, there's.
yeah, Mismo Gymnastics is having summer camps. Here is their website for it, and you can always check out there to find out more information on all the summer camps. But they're having Pirate Camp, and that is June 16th through the 20th, which is this week. For a full day for a member, it's $150. For non-members, it's $160. And then for a half day, it's $95 and $105 for non-members. And so that's a week price. That's for the full week. But if you just want to drop in for one day, it's
25.
Yeah, $25 for a member, $40 for non-members, and $25 for a half day for members and $30 for non-members. Yep. Yeah. And then those summer camps, Tuesdays and Thursdays, they'll be going on field trips, and then there'll be like a gymnastics show on the Friday of that. And then arts and crafts and gymnastics. And you can check out their website at mismogym.com for more information, or 728-0908. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of the parkour, the youth in the parkour started at bit of gymnastics.
Oh,
so
really?
They kind of recruited a lot of their parkour groups.
Cute. I didn't know that. Yeah, and then also is Kinder Cubs Camp.
Kinder Cubs.
Yeah, which is this will be at 9 a.m. This is at the YMCA, and it's for kids who aren't really old enough for like a full camp experience, or for those that aren't exactly ready for it. So it'll just be activities and programs at the Y and the parks around it. You can call 721-9622 for more information, or just check out the YMCA. They're also having a Camp Zoo Town, which is field trips in and around Missoula, lake trips, swimming, rock climbing, and more. And you can also call 721-9622 for more information on that. There is also art camp at the YMCA, 9 a.m. And then once again, call 721-9622 for more information. At the Zootown Arts Community Center, the ZAC, which is over on the north side, are also having summer camps. This week it is Eco Books, where it is from 9 a.m. to noon, ages 6 through 12. $90 for non-members. We go to the Zach. $90 for non-members, and then $80 for members. And you can make it each day. The kids will make a book out of reused and recycled materials, and they'll learn how to binding techniques. Call 549-7555 for more information on that one. Next summer camp is Learn to Fence. The Missoula Fencing Association is putting on fencing camps. Here's their website for their summer camps. They have a couple different ones. For the beginner camps, that is ages 6 through 9, it's June 16th through the 20th from 9 a.m. to 12. It's $95. Beginner camps for ages 10 through 16 are July 7th through the 11th, and that's 10 a.m. to 2. It's $115, so you can still register for that one. And then intermediate/advanced fencing camp is August 4th through 8th, ages... Ooh, I'm not sure what the age is. It's intermediate, so, probably got to be... Okay. Cool. Ages 10 to 17.
And you can find all their information on the website.
Yeah, this is their website. Yeah, you can
MissoulaFencing.net/summer camps, or just look for summer camps on the website.
Yeah, you can register and on their website, or you can give them a call.
One of our producers here at MCAT is doing a short little documentary video for fencing.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, maybe
Can't wait
they'll
to
go
see
check
that.
out. Yeah, that'll be really cool. But the advanced one is $115. It's from 10 to 2, and it's August 4 through 8. And then 10 to 17 is the age range. So that'll be fun. I've never been fencing before. Have you?
No, but my cousin fences.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. He changes what he wants to do with his life
All
every
the time.
week. It's like, I want to do this the rest of my life. And then he changes his mind. Of course, that's my voice for everybody. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, what are you talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. What are you talking about, son? See?
I know.
Anyways.
Anyway. The Missoula Art Museum's got some camps going on. This starts at 10 a.m. It's Raptors in Art. And this is for ages 10 through 12. And, no, this is from 10 to 12 for ages 7 through 12. The price is $67.50, and you'll do drawings and sculptures while observing live raptors.
And you look at MissoulaArtMuseum.org. It looks like I'm looking at the website and say there's camps for kids, teens, families,
and then the tab right next to it. If you'll click on that above.
Which one?
The tab up next to it.
Missoula Museum again.
Yeah, that's the stuff for the kid camps, the kids classes. Yeah,
cool.
So you can check out Missoula Art Museum for all of their classes and to register and prices and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, and so today
is
they have a lot of really good stuff this summer. And so today's camp is drawing and sculpting raptors while observing them. Yeah, pretty cool.
And they just got a new art thing. I mean, at the Missoula Art Museum, they just introduced a new art gallery.
Really?
It's the guy who painted all the murals at the City Hall, which is pretty cool.
Paxson.
Like he painted them all in back in 1960 or
1912. They were up.
So all this stuff is over 100 years old.
Yeah, and so I actually talked about it on Friday's show.
Yeah. I know. We're talking about the RAM. I just want to talk about it again because it's going to be in there for like 3 months.
Yeah, it's really cool because they're doing renovations in the courthouse, so they had to take all that down. So the Missoula Art Museum gets those paintings until like August, and they're not supposed to go back into the courthouse until like 2015.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I wonder where they're held in the meantime.
Well, I mean, it's not only renovation, but they have to try to keep its
Historic?
old rustic,
Yeah,
historic
looking
roots.
historic. Yeah.
That takes longer. It's not just renovation; it's kind of like restoration as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. Okay, up next is another class at the ZAC. This is Fun with Felt and Dye. This is June 16th through the 20th. Time 1 through 4, ages 6 through 12, and $90 for non-members and $80 for members. And you're using Kool-Aid to dye wool and pre-felted sheets to make pot holders and pillows. Yeah, that'll be really cool. There's also trampoline sport camp at Bitterroot Gymnastics, Roots Sports and Learning Center, which I'm only going to assume is part of Bitterroot Gymnastics. This is for ages 5 through 12, 1 p.m. to 4. And that's just a half day, and it's $109 as a walk-in for registration. And then if you pre-registered, it's $99. So this class, you can either pre-register and you can just walk in, but space is limited. And then they do have full days as well, which is from 9 a.m. to 4. And a walk-in price is $179, and then regular is just $89. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Regular is $179. Walk-in is $89 for just one time. There's also a $10 registration fee per kid, as well as a $45 registration fee to like secure your spot, but that one is applied towards the full tuition. So it's not as much as it sounds. Yeah. They're also having a hip-hop dance class for ages 6 through 12. The half day is from 1 to 4. At $99 for regular registration and $100 for walk-in. And then the full day is 9 to 4, $179, walk-in $189, and then, the $10 registration fee and the $45 to secure your spot. And then those are all the camps that are going on. I just have some events now. Bike maintenance is at the library this evening at 6:30. You'll learn how to change a flat tire, simple bike repairs, learn how to use the tools and what to use the tools for, as well as the basics and repairs and adjustments. So that'll be at the public library today at 6:30. There's, as always, Grateful Dead showings at the Top Hat every Monday from 5 to 7. It's recorded live shows from the 60s to the 90s. And this is all ages, and it's free. And then the Top Hat is having a film at 7 p.m. tonight. It's free. It's called Brothers on the Line, and I've got the trailer to show you guys for a few minutes.
Good evening. Tonight, from Detroit, we go after the story of conflict between big business and big labor, a struggle that promises to shape the future of our entire economic system.
In the early days of the 20th century, the automobile industry is the most important industry in the world. The discipline inside plants tended to be vicious.
You did exactly what the boss told you.
The speed up had to stop. The safety of each of us was threatened.
Kind of glorified gold-plated sweatshop.
If they caught you wearing your union button, you were fired and frequently beat up.
Just because they pay a worker, they don't own him.
And machine after machine was shut down.
We're on strike. It's a sit-down.
Everybody locked the gates, welded the gates.
And they shot tear gas into the plant.
There were a lot of thugs to hurt union people then.
A double-barreled shotgun was fired through the front window.
You have to be willing to put your life on the line if you really believe in a cause.
The union gave the workers dignity.
We felt like we were people again.
What the labor movement had done is force employers to pay really good wages.
From life insurance to pensions to medical insurance, Detroit was the richest city in America.
This union has not interpreted its responsibilities narrowly. They should demand freedom now, here and now.
And then all of a sudden, all of these things began to erupt.
He knew he was dealing with the golden goose.
We would not accede to the unconscionable demands of a powerful union.
It gave Luther a lot of power.
There are no secrets. I am running away from nothing.
But Walter said, if I raise this question with Lyndon Johnson, I'm out of there.
Walter found himself somewhat isolated.
My father and Walter and Victor were just so convinced of the righteousness.
And I began shouting at the top of my voice.
Yeah, so that's the trailer for Brothers on the Line. That'll be at the Top Hat tonight at 7 p.m. And it's free. And as you can tell, it's about the union strikes and like the union forming and having conflict. Yeah.
And I got a full movie I want to show today.
Yeah, let's check it out.
I want to end the show with Megs. I'm going to end the show with talking about what's going to be on MCAT. But first, I'm going to show a movie that was made 2 years ago. It's nice and bloody and gory. I don't think it's that bloody, but still, it's
fake,
very violent and very just... Yeah,
terrible.
If you have a weak constitution, you may want to change the channel. Because it's just a bunch of kids killing each other. It's bad. I probably shouldn't talk about it. Anyways.
It's fine.
It's fun. It's just
all
all
fake.
good fun. But here you go.
Cut. No. You cannot use that mask. That is a copyrighted trademark serial killer hockey mask. Hey, what's wrong? You're not going there for a long time.
So happy together.
Oh, sweet! Fire department! Awesome!
For all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue.
Sweet! This is awesome! Fire department! So awesome!
They toss the dice time, and you
sweet babies!
And ease my mind. Imagine so
maybe I have something. I might put something there. No.
I can't say me loving nobody
No. Oh, no way. Hey, this is awesome. I've never seen a fireman before. So cool. Ooh, a fireman! Hi! Oh, jeez. Hey, you okay? Guess not. It's gotta be a heart attack. Yeah, heart attack.
Are you kidding? There's needle holes right here. You can see them. It's not a heart attack.
Oh,
witness. Maybe they can help. Hey, a witness! Hey, sir, wait! So! You! I don't know if it's you, although I have no idea who the heck you are. Oh, God! No! Oh, that was close. Oh, man. Exhausting.
Oh man, that was hilarious. That was good. That was really good. Kids are too funny. That was violent too.
That was horribly violent.
God.
Like,
That first scene where it's just like.
It's just like, oh, we like to start off the movie with a high note.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
That's awesome. That was a great.
You should have seen her face the whole time. We should have just had a camera. It was like.
I was scared. I don't know what those kids are doing.
That mask was pretty freaky, and it like
Yeah, it was.
Christian kind of like melted it and kind of like
Really?
spray painted it, and make it look greenish. It was really deformed.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, those firefighters.
The firefighters are great. Like one of them is just like pretending to be dead.
I'm so glad that they wanted to participate too. That's awesome.
I mean, that story's great. We always work with them every year, and
yeah, do.
It's such a great time to hang out with them and just let the kids do what they want to do. You know,
Which is what we should do, but they have rules.
Well, there's actually a movie that is even worse than that one. So, like, it had nothing to do with like a serial killer. It's just like a bunch of kids, just basically kids pretending to kill each other. Yeah.
Oh, violence. Yeah.
But of course, it's always fun. We always have like, a lot of good movies. That we produce throughout the
summer
year.
camps. Yeah. Yeah.
And I've been showing it to the last couple of weeks. You know, animation camp. That was actually that's kind of part of the animation camp.
Oh, is it?
And we're doing like a second part of the animation camp, and that kind of camp will be offered July 21st to the 25th.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. And that's the fan can turn on.
Y'all can hear that.
So right now, let's see.
Well, let's go to
fashion stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start doing my fashion segment on Mondays, and so I've got it here today. So I'm gonna talk about it. So what I'm gonna harp on is thrifting, because Missoula's got a ton of great thrift stores, and thrifting is cheap. You can find really cute, affordable things at great prices. And so Missoula's got a lot of good ones. So I'm just going to talk about a couple of the thrift stores around town. Goodwill is always a great option. It's super big now, and they've got a really nice one over off of Reserve across from Rose Hours. And so, people go to that one a lot, so it can kind of be picked over. But you just got to know what you want to, you just got to know what to look for. And so whenever I go out thrifting and looking for clothes, I tend to look for things that have bright patterns and lots of colors, because usually they're the most unique things and interesting things. And you can cut as you need to, or sew as you need to, or even add accessories as you need to. So a couple other thrift stores are Cottonwood Traders. Cottonwood Traders is downtown on Main Street, across from the Shack restaurant. They mostly have women's clothes, but they do have a small men's section, and they're really good. I found several really cute outfits and clothes from there. Secret Seconds, as we all know, YWCA owns Secret Seconds. There are two of them in Missoula. There's one on Kensington Avenue off of Brook Street, and then another one on Stevens Street off of Toole, on Toole Street off of West Broadway. It's by where the new Poverello is going to be, and the liquor store and over in that area. And so Secret Seconds is a great place too. It helps benefit the YWCA, so you're giving back to a cause as well as buying really cute clothes. And they have everything, and it's nice because they put it out seasonally, so they'll just have summer stuff right now. So that's great too. Runway Fashion Exchange. This is on Brook Street, 3121 Brook Street. They'll buy your old clothes, but they have to be in good shape and they have to be stylish. So they're looking for high quality clothing that you don't want anymore, but it has to be in good shape. Circle Square downtown, on Higgins, by the Red X's. It says "We Buy Anything" at the top. They're really great too. They have all sorts of stuff. They have knickknacks, like jewelry, like little, like spoons. They have lots of knickknacks, and clothes and purses. I actually got this purse from Circle Square. Yeah, and it's just like a leather woven purse, basket purse. Pretty awesome. I got it from there and I love it. And they have stuff like that. They have a really good selection. Zootown Thrift. This is on West Broadway near the bus station. It's open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5. They also have a bunch of really, really good stuff. And these are just a couple of the thrift stores that are in Missoula. Like Missoula has a ton of them, and I'll talk about them in future shows. But so, like I said earlier, when looking for clothes, I tend to look for bright colors and great patterns because they're usually the most fun and most unique. So, like take this dress for example. I got this at Goodwill, and it was floor length, but to create like a funner, sexier look that's younger too, I just cut it. And so I cut it like that, a little bit above the knees, and so it's like, and I just left the sleeves and the collar alone, so it's like a really cute, short, fun dress that's perfect for summer, and isn't too matronly. And also another great thing about thrift stores is that you can find really unique, cute clothing for like designer name brand. Like take these boots for example. These are leather, Lucky brand. I got these for $36 at a thrift store on sale. Like these would have been well over $100 at one point, and they're leather, and they're adorable and name brand. Like thrift stores are where it's at. So check it out, everyone. Like if you've got time today or got time this week, go to some of the thrift stores. Look for some cute summer clothes or some shoes, and look for something that catches your eye. And like with clothes that you find that you like that are like baggy or like have great pattern and great color but are kind of baggy, you can always use a belt to cinch it up, or you can cut as you need to or sew as you need to, and you can always alter. And that's one of my favorite things too, is altering Goodwill clothes. So that's my fashion segment for the week. Wake up Missoula with fashion. So back to you, Scott.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a nice,
cheap,
cheap, easy way.
It is
of doing all this stuff.
It is. Thrifting is a great, cheap, easy way to find clothes that you like, and you find really unique stuff. And I'll talk about more thrift stores like in future shows and future fashion segments. But for now, we've got City Council.
Yep. I'm going to talk about City Council. Actually, I'm going to sound a little more excited about that. Hey, we're going to talk about City Council. What you guys can expect on the agenda coming up tonight. What they're going to prove, what they're going to talk about, what they're going to discuss, and it's always open for public comment at any time. Well, not any time, but towards the beginning, some parts in the middle, some towards the end, where people can come up and state the opinion of what they want to talk about. Like whether it's an agenda or an issue that they're having with the city that the city can fix, then they just show up. Meeting ends at midnight, regardless of how long the meeting is supposed to go for. And your speech, make sure you write everything that you need to talk about. That's the most important part of it, and it has to be 3 minutes maximum.
Okay. Can you go like several times though?
You can only go once per meeting.
Per meeting for 3 minutes.
Yep. Wow. For public comment, 3 minutes. So make sure when you're there, but they meet once a week.
Yeah. So you can go.
So you can go the next week and do the completely different speech.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
So you can access it through the Missoula website. It's the City of Missoula. You can Google them on a search engine. This is the formal agenda for June 16th, 2014, and the meeting starts at 7 p.m. It's always nice that people show up a little early so they can get a spot to do public comment. Public comment is the fourth segment. They do scheduled meetings, and then they approve of the minutes, which basically minutes is a play-by-play action of what happened last time. Let's see, constant agenda, claims, recommended motions, approved claims totaling, $5,671,787.84. They got to be so specific, very specific. Not one dime, not one nickel, not 1 penny.
84 cents. They won't round it up to 85.
Yep, no rounding.
No.
Let's see. Petition. They're approving accounts payable claims dated October 15th, 2013. Their petition annexed the strip of land with southwest 1/4 of Section 8, Township 13 North, Range 19 West, PMM in Missoula County, Montana, portion of the West Broadway right way near Great Northern.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a mouthful.
So they're going to annex a strip of land?
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Public Works revision. Let's see, the recommended motion. Contract for playground installation.
Nice.
That's number 4. Approve the authorize the mayor to sign a contract with Evans Recreational Installment Incorporated for McCormick Park, all abilities, playgrounds, landscape structures, equipment installation, and the amounts of $11,000. About 11,000. I'm not gonna be.
They had little like money cans in restaurants. I mean, Taco del Sol's got one, so I'm glad that and it's been there forever. I'm glad that they're finally doing stuff with it.
Yep, McCormick Park. They've had that same structure since I was a kid. So
really, yeah. So it's about time that they update
making it
it
more all-purpose.
Yeah.
For all like kids for sure. I think that's really cool that they say it, all abilities.
Yeah,
that's another good thing. Of course, there's the asphalt paver trailer award. Award the purchase of one 2015 Towmaster for TA Air Tilt Paver trailer to Tractor and Equipment Company.
Okay, so
based out of Helena.
We did get that.
And it's gonna be $30,000.
God, where are they getting money for all this?
Taxes.
Taxes. So property taxes and taxes, huh? I don't own a house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Comments from city agendas, boards, commission authorized in the community forum. Let's see, public hearings, Franklin to Fort Neighborhood Council report. State law and city council rules set guidelines for invite community comment in a formal way on certain issues following a staff on each item. The city council and the mayor invite community comment.
Yeah, so they're going to talk about the fiscal year 2015 budget?
Which is going to be big because one of the main issues that I've noticed on the budget hearing is that they need to, they haven't had a pay increase for any of our judges in Missoula, in the city of Missoula for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And other cities in other states that are about the same size as the bus pay their judges like way more than they pay the judges here. So they're trying to make it even for everybody.
Yeah, across the board. Yeah,
I think that's the big thing right now.
Yeah, they just also got to remember that a lot of other states have more money than we do. So.
Let's see.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so a resolution of Missoula City Council increasing fees for the following services by 3%: review and processing of land use application, pursuant to city adopted regulations pertaining to zoning, subdivision, and floodplain services, businesses, licensing, building permits, engineering fees, and permit related to work and use of city public right-of-way. And a lot of it has to do with, like, because of increase of inflation, they have to increase certain services by the 3%.
Yeah.
And then there's adopt/reject a resolution fixing the annual appropriations and the capital improvement program of the city of Missoula as set forth in the fiscal year 2015 budget, including the Tourism Business Improvement District Work Plan and Budget fiscal year 2015. And a lot of that has to do with the fibers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, improving tourism, businesses that would bring more work to Missoula from other places as well. Just the idea of having better internet fiber here in the city of Missoula would make it a lot easier to find things, to just have better internet access.
Yeah.
In general.
Are we 4G or 3G?
I think.
What is the difference between
the thing is that what I've noticed is that Missoula seems to be 4G in some places and 3G in most places. So we're 3G for the most part, but there's some hotspots that are 4G. And then, University is 4G.
Okay, so then what does that
mean? And downtown Missoula in certain sections are 4G, but then like if you go behind in an alleyway behind a couple bars, it's 3G.
It's gonna be 3G. So
sorry.
What does it stand for? Like, what is 3G? What's 4G? What is that?
Actually, I think it's complete BS. Bull honking. Really? A lot of it's just saying it's like, oh, it's faster. And like Sprint, they just said it was 5G. They said like it's the new 5G network, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, what does that mean?
They said it's faster internet, faster data plan for you to download stuff from the internet. So basically for those of you watching and interested, it basically lets you look at your Facebook on your phone a lot faster.
Oh, that's it.
That's all that matters.
Because people can't take 5 minutes to wait for their phone to load.
Oh, well, 5 minutes is a long time.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have a smartphone. I don't have an iPhone, you know? Like,
I got a new smartphone, and it's even dumber than my old smartphone.
yeah, I'm glad I don't have one.
Yeah.
The only reason I would want one is for GPS in other states that I don't know where I am. But a map works really well, too. That's what they used to use back in the day.
Let's see.
Is that?
And then there's the
what else?
conditional use request 219 Evans,
Accessory dwelling
unit. I think that has to do. Oh wait, ADUs. Those are like the granny housing.
Oh yeah.
They're talking about like a lot. I mean, like they were like that was a huge topic back in the day, so that some people in the houses could rent their garage that they converted into a mini house. They'll be talking about that. It looks like the Parks and Conservation Committee operation and programming of the Fort Missoula Regional Park. So, from what I've noticed is that the Parks and Rec have been trying to figure out ways to use the land at Fort Missoula. Because if you've ever been to Fort Missoula, there's a lot of wide open fields. There's a lot of great, like that's where they play soccer, rugby. They have a central location where they have all the baseball, but they're trying to add. I think they're trying to add more trees because they presented this to the Missoula County Public Schools.
Their urban forestation, right? That they're trying to do too. Is that part of it?
Urban forestation is more into the downtown city limits area. This would be more towards like trees and parks.
Oh, okay.
And maybe like making more trees in the areas and then just making many different trails and just kind of like improving like just the overall view. But there's so much open land in that area.
Yeah.
I mean, like just in the Fort Missoula area, it's a really cool place because there are trees kind of like perfectly lined up. Because we had a video from David Ekelbraten.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And that was the aerial shots of Fort Missoula. Remember when I showed that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
But you don't, because I don't know if you know or not. I'm just talking to a camera. I don't know if I'm talking to. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the city council. You can find out more information and you can look at the agenda yourself at the City of Missoula website, and it's usually like missoula.ci. .arm-in-a-leg.frustration.org.
But Josh will be back on Wednesday and Friday.
And he'll be talking
to
all
talk
about
to let you guys all know what
show
happened
and tell.
at City Council. Yeah.
And
so look forward to that.
And we also have another school board meeting this Wednesday as well.
Oh, do we?
And it's I think it's the no, they already did teaching and learning, so it's definitely going to be the finance and operations.
Ooh, okay.
So they're going to be talking about finances, and I think the biggest thing in terms of finance is what I've always noticed is that the last finance and operation meeting they were talking about the budget for CTA, which is the group out of I don't know where they're based out of, but they're the ones that are contracting buildings, and they're looking right now. They're doing the research whether or not they want to rebuild a couple of schools or improve the quality of the schools for the 21st century school initiative that Alex Apostle has been trying to push. Dr. Alex Apostle.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yep. I mean, it's good that the schools are going to be doing this, and I think it can only improve if everyone works together and has the same vision.
Yeah.
And they talk all about it, and you can find more information also on their website. This is their calendar. You can find all the meetings and all this stuff. But as for the summer, meetings get a little slower. I think they just stick with the Missoula County Public School Board meetings. But the big thing that everyone should be looking out for is the facilities. All these facilities and planning boards that they're going to be doing. They're going to have plenty of them. So if you want to know any information on them, show up to the meetings, watch it on MCAT, Channel 7 or 11. And there's just a whole bunch of great information for you guys. And we're going to be live tonight for the city council meeting.
Yeah.
I think that was long, long-winded.
That's what's going on with city council today.
A lot going on.
Yeah. So we've got Mags.
We got Mags.
Yeah.
I guess I can kind of end the show with.
End our show with Mags. Let's hear what's going on.
There's one thing I want to end the show with, but.
Okay, let's hear what's going on in MCAT.
But the first thing I want to do is the Mach 1. Oh. This is part 2. I think this is Mach 2, but I'm not sure exactly. But this is supposed to be on MCAT tonight, and they're talking about future of education and just just a whole variety of different things. And I think here's a nice quote from our lady here.
I don't know how much that aspiration and that vision is existent in the next two generations of leadership, because they are, the next two generations of leadership are good students of a really bad system.
And that's going to be on tonight.
That's a great quote.
It's either going to be 5:30, 6 p.m. Usually a lot of our new stuff is on at 5:30, or 7:30, so look for it in those primetime spots. But one thing I always like to talk about is music. And this is going to be a composer's showcase, and this is going to be showing on MCAT tonight as well. It's Composer Showcase number 1. Composer Showcase is where musicians come together and they write their own music.
Oh,
It's
cool.
it's
Nice.
very. I always love this because it brings out their own creativity, and they use what they know from music to kind of make their own music. And I think that a lot of times with me and with the movies I've made in the past and the stuff I've done during school, I always thought to myself, now it's like I could have done it so much better now.
Yeah.
Because it's like once you get into the real world and doing it for real, it's just like, wow, school is
School is free.
school is a lot easier. No, it's not free.
Well,
you're still paying for it when you're an adult.
College then?
I think
Well, I
it's,
guess
it's
I
in
was talking
college
about, like, high
where
school.
you're. Yeah, I mean in high school we did have a program. I think one of the programs that they have in high school where they have like they had a software that you could create your own music sheet and composer stuff, and you can actually listen to it back. And I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And I just screwed around with it. But, but knowing what I know now, I would have gone back and done it better, and actually wrote a song that I could.
And that's how you
use for
feel
something.
about this program too.
But this, the university has composers for like kids who just are essentially want to be composers, but you can't just be a composer. A lot of times, there's a local composer in Missoula named David Mislanka, and he's one of the only few still around composers who actually makes a living off of composing.
Wow.
It's like you either have to be like somewhat working as a musician, teaching music, doing some classes here and there, but he does nothing but compose.
That's cool.
And it's really hard just to be a composer.
Yeah. Who does he compose for?
He composed for my high school.
Oh, really?
And like he had a song and we played it, and it was really hard. And I was playing trombone. Oh yeah. And I'm sorry, I'm just like being distracted for a second, but being like the whole song, I was just like trying to be so quiet, and it was so hard. It's so hard to be quiet on the trombone. Yeah. Any trombones out there, it is almost impossible to be quiet on trombone. And like the biggest problem I had in college is that Lance Boyd, he used to be the professor at the university, and he always just said, quit playing so loud. And it's just like, I think the biggest thing with playing loud is because my bell is right in his face.
Yeah, because we're on a trombone.
Yeah. And it's like, quit playing so loud as a trombone. It's like, well, I'm a trombone.
Yeah, that's my thing.
It's my thing.
Duh.
So, this other video I want to show is from the University of Montana music series here on MCAT. Cool. The Composer Showcase number 1, and for Wake Up Missoula, I'm Scott Ramf.
And I'm Noah McAvoy. Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful week.